Hello, welcome to the PartyPlex. I am Tired Pengu, and you can call me Pengu because that is my name. I am here today with three lovely players.
Hi, I'm MJ, and I'll be playing, first the Harlequinette, and then Archie.
Double trouble.
2-for-1 special.
All you're next. All you're next.
Hi, I'm Doll. I'm going to be playing Ajax. Everyone knows him, everyone loves him.
And I'm Zen, and I will be playing Eggs, Florentine, and Handy, quite possibly the two least qualified people at the PartyPlex to be giving romance advice, but...
I love how everyone except me is a 2-1 out of the other players.
That is true. That is true. I didn't.
Maybe Nova will show up. Who knows?
Yeah. Knowing you, a cameo might appear.
Cameos are fun. Okay. Well. Hold on, my brain broke a second.
You're good.
Kestrel has been noticeably unfocused on his work recently, which he is usually very, very serious about what he does. Well, he's serious about everything, but especially his work. And recently he has been not quite as focused, which is very unusual. And he has been smiling more? How strange.
Something's clearly wrong.
Smiling more.
Bizarre.
Something must be wrong with him. He's been caught sighing wistfully when he thinks no one is listening, when he thinks no one is around. How very strange. Something must be wrong.
He's got the cartoon hearts.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Harlequinette has picked up on in their first theory is that he has brainworms.
I was going to start with Harlequinette, partly because, well, MJ, you were at the top of the order. HQ likes to pester the bird and also is one of his bosses, so they have gotten to witness a lot of Kestrel's current strangeness. What do they think is wrong with him?
Brainworms, but
Brainworms.
No, seriously, they sort of like, at first they kind of notice something's off and they're like, huh, that's weird. And then they start noticing the more like wistful side effects and they're like, huh, that's weird. And then they start paying more attention to try and figure out what's up.
On some of those times when he thinks no one is watching as well, Harlequinette is stealthy also. He can be caught in those times when he smiles for seeming no reason, blushing also.
He must have the flu. Yeah, I think it's like Harlequinette. You know, they like to be in the vents and eat popcorn while watching the drama of the PartyPlex sometimes. I think they're just like watching Kestrel from the vent sometimes now just to see if they get any more clues of what's going on.
I think then at one point they catch him on one of his breaks, and he will occasionally pull out a book on one of his breaks. He has never brought out a romance novel before, but today he does.
What you to imagine Harlequinette like slides out of a vent, crouches next to Kestrel, and then says, "What you got there?"
I will roll perception to see if they noticed him, if to see if he noticed them before they spoke, because otherwise he will be spooked.
I'm gonna roll stealth. Where are you there?
15 perception. 15 perception.
Pardon me, I have multiple sheets up. Ah! Oh yeah, the +9, the scarily good stuff.
No kidding.
19. Holy cow. That was a +9. Harlequinette does in fact sneak up on Kestrel, and he jumps when they announce their presence. He drops his book.
And Harlequinette pick it up under the guise of giving it back to him, but really just to quickly skim it. Like,
It is in fact a cheesy romance novel, the kind that you would pick up on just one of the front row first thing he saw, romance book related. When they go to hand it back to him, his face is bright red.
Harlequinette eyes him and kind of teasingly says, "Are you alright? You're looking a bit red."
He just takes back the book and I'm fine.
You can take sick leave
He's
if you're
not
feeling
fine.
under the weather.
Not sick, Harlequinette.
Are you sure? You seemed a bit distracted lately.
The blushing has faded and now he just looks at you grumpily. Still embarrassed, but now more grumpy than anything.
Angry
So,
birds more like grumpy birds.
That is him.
like, Harlequinette has like that, like knife cat expression almost. Like they know what's up.
Uh, do they know what's up, but do they tell him they know what's up? Is the question.
Yes, I'm trying to think of how they would phrase it. Is there they just stare at him with that smug look for a second, and then lean closer and say, "So, romance?"
He tucks the book back in his hammer space and gets up. He is going to find another place to take his break.
Who's the lucky person who's caught the attention of Kestrel?
He is walking away, he is walking away, he is walking away, because I don't want to start it officially yet, because I want them to team up on him, but Harlequinette can tell they have hit the nail on the head.
They watch Kestrel go and they start plotting.
Yippee! Okay, so Harlequinette knows what's up now. Ajax.
Yeah.
Ajax, despite not being one of Kestrel's more common co-workers, they're not usually on the same project, so they have had multiple more games together than I thought they would have. Anyway, Ajax knows very well what a case of the flusters looks like. And even though he doesn't see Kestrel that often, because of his knowledge on the matter, he is picked up quicker than most would. What does he think is wrong with the bird?
I think Ajax has been like seeking Kestrel out during break time to like hang out since they get along really well in his opinion, so it's nice to have friends. So I'm imagining
Hey.
he's like looking for Kestrel so they can hang out again, and then probably sees Kestrel going away from wherever he was before and starts following him.
Kestrel, speed walking away from Harlequinette.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown,
Immediately
walking
assaulted by it.
fast.
I imagine it has not escaped Ajax to notice all of the telltale signs of a crush. So him coming to
Yeah.
hang out isn't just about hanging out. He's going to try and approach the subject because Kestrel getting distracted on the job while adorable is not good for, security reasons.
It is not. He does need help.
It's part of why
Yeah, so
Harlequinette was paying attention to it.
yeah. Once Kestrel finds somewhere to settle, Ajax is going to come up to him.
Just not trying to be stealthy or anything like Harlequinette was.
No, he's just walking up like, "Hey, Kestrel," because again, he's been seeking him out during break time recently.
Yeah. And I think Kestrel does perk up and does give Ajax and again, the bird is not very expressive, but he gives Ajax the nod of like, ah, so
Huh? You cut out.
Gives Ajax the nod of glitchy audio. You know.
Yeah.
Kestrel just glitches out of reality.
all right. What was the last part you heard?
Kestrel gives a nod of and then he cut out.
Crumbs. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, Pengu's having some issues.
Uh-oh.
Can't believe Kestrel is another victim of the clipping through the floor.
Ajax going like, "Hey, Kestrel." Kestrel's still so flustered that he just falls through the floor.
Beautiful.
Pengu!
Hi.
Welcome back.
I paused the recording while that was going on. I am unpausing the recording. Assume something about a nod of that I did not get to finish.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Kestrel gives Ajax the nod of hello, someone I don't hate.
Aw.
Kestrel respects Ajax.
Good. Yeah. Ajax is gonna come over and like sit next to him. Is like, "It's good to see you. I was kind of worried when you weren't at the usual spot."
Kestrel, Ajax can roll insight.
All right. Insight. 16. Yippee.
16. Yeah. Ajax can tell, yeah, Kestrel was avoiding something at his usual spot. As he
I
just kind of
see.
avoids eye contact for a sec.
Can we say there's an Arvent at this spot as well? And like Ajax can see like Harlequinette's face
Absolutely.
pressing up against it.
He like glances, but makes it really quick so Kestrel won't start looking.
Perception. Perception.
Still.
Hard. Not roll another stealth, but oh yeah.
I only have enough perception to know.
Kestrel perceives. And he looks to where Ajax's eyes darted.
You can see Harlequinette's face pressed up against them and they just wave.
He sighs. That is. I just want to enjoy my break in peace, Harlequinette.
Has Quinn been bothering you?
Harlequinette leans out of the, like, pops it open and leans out and says, "Oh, I'm just a little bit worried. Kestrel has seemed distracted on the job for some unknown reason."
Ajax immediately clocks and he's like, "Yeah, he has been pretty distracted."
He
I want you
blink.
to like
He
Harlequinette
blinks it.
leans further out of the vent and stage whispers, I saw him reading a romance novel.
He very obviously blushes. Like, first he blinked at Ajax just a little aghast, like, Ajax, you too, and then Harlequinette says that, and he just, yeah, blush again.
Ajax's mask has like the eyes go like half lidded for a little bit and then go back to normal. And he's like, yeah, you have been pretty distracted on the job, buddy.
He's embarrassed now, not just because of the topic of discussion, but also because he knows he has, and he he prides himself on his work, and he is feeling bad about not doing great recently.
Ajax is like, do you need some help with something? Someone to talk to?
Insight,
Insight.
Yeah, Harley roll insight too.
of course.
17.
17.
Also 17.
Also, 2 17s. Oh yeah, he definitely needs help. He just kind of avoids eye contact and says, I am fine.
Ajax like puts a hand on his shoulder and says, my sister is a therapist. Do you really think you can trick me that easy?
He just blinks at you.
Like Harlequinette leans further down. It's like they're half out of the vent now and like upside down to be high level with Kestrel and Ajax. And they're like, you seem pretty desperate. I don't mean Ajax are the only people who have noticed. That would be a good time, wouldn't it, for Angst like to be walking around a corner and for the other team to be like, hey, have you noticed something up with Kestrel?
Sure. I've been trying to
I
think of how on
I
earth
think
he's
at
going
the-
to get here.
I mean, I was just going to say, I think at that point, Kestrel is going to dip again. And I think like as he goes to leave whatever room they're currently in, I didn't actually think about that. There's more than one break room, probably.
I think they were in the
As he goes to
hallway.
leave this break room. Yeah, that also. I don't know, whatever space they're in, as he leaves that, kind of running into Eggs on the way out, and Eggs can see that he's blushing as he just speed walks away.
X like looking after him as he goes, and then sort of ducking into the break room like, what's wrong with him?
Imagine Ajax and Quinn share a look.
I think Quinn just speaks out. Like, he's been reading romance novels on the job.
On the job, only on his breaks.
On his break. And pretend that's what Harlequinette said.
On his breaks. Ren with the how scandalous.
How scandalous.
Gasp.
I mean, honestly, X's reaction to that is like, okay, and like, is that why his face was all red? What?
Harlequinette and Ajax should share an our look.
Yeah. It's a big deal because he's the most serious no-nonsense person we know, and he's been getting distracted on the job.
Eggs has also noticed that, the distractedness at least.
Mm-hmm. We think it's because he has a crush on someone.
I see. So you were. What was happening in here that he ran away?
We're just trying to talk to him.
Yes, Ajax was being very nice and offering to help. Or, well,
And you were being bothersome.
I consider that helping in its own way. Look, I'm not exactly a romance expert, but like have a little like light bulb. I do know a guy.
Yeah?
Hold on, I have to send someone a message and saying that they pull back into the vent and disappear.
I guess
I
it's just the
don't
three of us
agree.
for a little bit.
I'm a little worried about who exactly Harlequinette is going to call in here. Do you know who it might be?
Like suddenly
Not a
from down
clue.
the hall you hear like a door bang open and then thud 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 and then like the door to the break room slams open and Archie's like, I'm here.
Archie Gator is who he called.
Yes.
Okay. Ajax isn't gonna question it beyond that.
I feel like Archie's like
heroes here.
looks around for a second and said, so where's the guy who needs romance help?
He just escaped.
Hunt him down.
Oh, I feel like hearing that Handy's going to snicker and be like, escaped? So what, you guys are going to hunt him down and forcibly give him romance advice now?
If
Yeah,
it'll
that
get him
sounds like a good
less
plan.
distracted. They just both immediately agree.
Can we take that one again? Can we take
Yeah.
that one again, one at a time, please?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, MJ first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Archie is like, that sounds like a good plan.
And Ajax says, if it'll help him stop being so distracted to finally get some advice, then yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not good for him to be distracted on the job. Egg's nervous as hell because he himself is distracted on the job 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them have seen him enough to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Eggs is good at making himself look busy even when he's doing something unrelated.
Mm-hmm. He's a security guard. He's supposed to be
Well,
poking around places.
Esther rolled a nat 20 stealth. He is hiding.
I think, should Nova intervene?
Hold on, let's roll like first like a
Yes.
search for him or something.
Yeah, if nobody can meet or beat a 20, we'll get some help.
Well, it depends on which
He got
skill.
a 23.
Which skill are we rolling?
Perception or investigation?
I can beat a 23 in investigation.
Investigation. I did not beat
25.
a 23.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, Archie and Ajax still roll.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perception. 20. Not quite a 23.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Oh,
Harlequinette can, sorry, Archie.
Archie.
Archie. We could also
Archie
have
can
Harlequinette
find.
scanning from the vents.
Their
If Harlequinette
personal
wants
scout.
to, but
I think since
Harlequinette
Eggs
wants
already
to.
has it in the bag, I think we're good.
Yeah, Archie finds the signs of a bird, but no actual bird. Some of his feathers around. Where would be a good hiding place for the bird, for Eggs to find him?
I feel
Eggs
like
just goes into hunt mode. It's amazing.
I feel like a storage closet or something. Eggs like follows this trail of feathers, opens the storage closet door, Kestrel falls out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the toony thing.
And then he's taking advice from Eli.
He does not want to be around. He does not want to be around. Oh, yeah, that kind. Yeah. He's like, finally, I found a place alone. No one else is. This is not one of Eli's storage closets. No one else is in here. Door opens and he's. Yeah, bonks out.
Hi.
He just looks at Eggs.
Yeah, Eggs just goes, "Hi, Kestrel."
His face is red. I don't think he says anything. He just looks around for Harlequinette and Ajax.
You do not see Harlequinette. You do, however, see Archie Gator making his way towards you with romance.
Ajax.
And Ajax. Where's Ajax?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Ajax followed the
Huh?
others.
Okay.
Ajax followed the others, yeah.
Yeah, Kestrel sees Archie and is like, why is Archie here? And then sees Ajax and goes, ah, crumbs.
Yeah, Eggs is like,
yeah, crumbs.
He tries to,
yeah, these two were.
he tries to walk away at a definitely not panicked pace.
We just have it like
Archie-
Archie grabs his jacket and pulls him back.
I imagine in character Ajax did say Archie sick him.
Archie's tall enough to pick up Kestrel too by his shirt collar. Or by his suit collar.
Just lifting the poor birdman slightly off the ground.
That seems a little
Yeah.
excessive.
There ain't nothing excessive about romance advice.
I think there
This is
can be,
This is
actually.
excessive. I agree that this is excessive.
You're the one who keeps running away.
I was not running.
Speed walking away.
I was walking at a very reasonable pace.
No, you weren't.
To be fair, he only got like 3 steps before I grabbed him. Hard to judge the speed.
Kestrel glares up at Archie. Can you please put me down?
Sure, if you agree to let us give you some romance advice.
Don't need.
Harlequinette said in a message to me that you're being distracted because you don't know how to deal with your feelings. So we're going to help you deal with your feelings.
X is giving Archie
looks
like the
down.
most skeptical look.
I think Archie looks at Eggs and kind of like nods to him, like, there you go.
This is why Eggs is here. Not necessarily for advice, but to help tone down the other two.
Yeah. Ajax is pretty
Oh.
calm. He's just trying to get Kestrel to stop running.
Oh, X is just
If-
thinking of Archie's unmanaged anger problems, just like, this is the man who's supposed to give advice on managing emotions.
Yeah, I think Ajax does speak up and like, listen, I've got experience with this kind of stuff. You know who I'm dating. I know how to deal with romance stuff. I can help.
I've got plenty of experience.
Kestrel is just looking down at the ground now, still blushing. He's just embarrassed now.
I think Archie finally puts him down and like gives him like a hearty shoulder pat.
There's a little ah.
Ah.
He still glares up at Archie though. Still glares up at Archie.
Archie looks down at Kestrel and is like, I'm sensing maybe some doubt or skepticism. But I assure you I am a master at romance.
Kestrel is in fact skeptical. Yeah, insight. Sure. N.
9.
What was the 9 for, though?
Also insight?
Kestrel is
you were rolling
embarrassed.
insight. On
Yeah, I was
sorry,
rolling
I got
insight
confused
on
for a
Archie.
second. Yeah, you're doing insight on Archie.
At
Okay.
you.
Yes, okay, I thought you were saying for me to do insight on. Okay, anyway, yeah, Archie is with that 10. It's kind of hard to tell, but you think maybe Archie's being, at least thinks he's being honest, but you're not sure if that's backed up by actual fact.
Kestrel's also remembering Archie as one of the people who saw Red, so that doesn't help his embarrassment because he's remembering that.
Actually, you know what? I think like is Kestrel's face still kind of red?
Absolutely.
I feel like Archie actually stops and squints at Kestrel for a second and says, "Hey, you know what? If your feather's all red, you kind of remind me of someone, but I can't put my finger on it."
Kestrel just immediately looks away. He's not gonna address that. He's not gonna address that.
He does not perceive.
He does not perceive. Archie also got a 9 insight, so he does not perceive. Kestrel just kind of looks at Ajax then and looks at Eggs. He just sighs. He is not walking away. He is not speed walking away. He is not running away. He is resigned.
Good. We got him.
We got him.
You did. You got him.
I feel like Eggs goes like, well, I should be going, and Handy goes, don't you dare, I want to see how this goes.
Handy gets a glare.
Handy does not care.
Handy
Kestrel
man
does not
below.
like this watch. Beloved. Beloved. How do you pronounce that? Is a strange thing. Beloved.
Below.
Yeah, Kestrel does not like the watch.
This is not new.
This is not new information. He has looked up how to strangle a watch. That is in his search history. But yeah, Kestrel is resigned, and I think at this point he will admit, I have been a bit distracted. A bit.
Just imagining all three just staring at Kestrel.
I mean, being a little bit distracted is, that's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. It's only been a couple days that he's been like this, I think, but he has been more than a little bit.
But who knows if Eggs has noticed, because Eggs is also more than a little bit distracted.
That is true.
Harlequinette makes a Nara appearance and leans out of a Nara vent a little bit down the hallway and calls and says, like, it's been more than a little bit.
It's definitely been more than a little bit.
Head in hand. Head in hand.
I think Archie, like, pats Kestrel again sympathetically.
He doesn't look at Archie. I have had a bit on my mind, I suppose.
A bit? I think
A
I've seen you with
bit.
cartoon hearts floating off you once or twice.
He definitely blushes. He hasn't noticed those. He fluffs up. Blush and fluff up, too.
Handy, like, not really doing yourself any favors in the plausible deniability field there, bud.
He's just desperately trying to smooth down his feathers now. I'm not denying. I'm not denying. There's the unsaid anymore, because he was denying before, but now you have teamed up on him.
Yeah, I think like Archie opens his mouth to call him on it and then like decides like no, this man's clearly already going through it. I won't point that out.
He is going through it.
What he does do, however, is he reaches out and kind of like tries to help Kestrel smooth out his feathers.
He gets his hand backed away.
Bap.
Bap. Like a cat.
Meow meow meow.
Meow meow. I'm gonna have Archie hammer Space Troll for a comb to give Kestrel.
Aww.
But yeah, he pulls out a comb and hands it over.
I think Kestrel does Kestrel does take it and start working down his feathers. He's still very fluffy, but the comb helps. I want to ask again who the subject of
Yeah,
Archie-
Andy will do it if no one else will.
I think Archie will like actually like he gives like Kestrel a second to comb down his feathers and he's like, so who you got a crush on?
Very subtle.
What was that?
Archie asks, who do you have a crush on?
I got that. What did Doll say?
Very subtle.
It is not a crush. He does. He
Are
is
you
gonna
sure?
insight.
Insight, yippee. The game of insight.
Who's rolling insight on
That's
who?
just how RP. Ajax is rolling insight on Kestrel. However, anyone else can if they so desire.
Let's do an insight. Archie is trying to get a read.
18.
Sure, why not?
13.
13.
30-20.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure what to give for a 13 because I want most of insights against Kestrels to be high DCs, but eggs and Ajax both get like it is a crush, but he thinks that word is silly.
Okay, who
And-
have you fallen in love with?
that makes him blush more. That makes him blush more. He just quietly reaches to his hammer space, pulls out his flip phone. Yes, he has a flip phone. And we'll pull up a picture of the cake man himself.
The cake man.
The bird has fallen in love with the cake.
I think Archie is looking at the cake man. But, you know, we each got our own tastes.
Kestrel sighs.
X is holding up his wrist so Handy can also look at the picture.
I think he
Kestrel
looks
glares at
perfectly
Handy.
polite.
Perfectly polite. Polite.
It's very polite.
He has not
Just-
met this man. He has no clue what the man looks like. He's just saying he's dressed nice. He seems like a perfectly good person to have a crush on for Kestrel.
I think Handy's gonna say, well, speaking of tastes, he seems like he would be pretty sweet.
Dude!
Roll insight again.
Just like
Wait,
cover
no,
up
actually,
the
I'm
laugh
gonna-
with a cough.
What?
I'm gonna carry over your insights because Kestrel definitely blushes and fluffs up again. The comb, the effects of the comb have been reversed, and he looks away and kind of covers his beak with one hand. And oh, you can tell Kestrel does know he is sweet. Yes.
MJ, what were you saying?
Oh, Archie, like, at Handy's comment, like, covers up a laugh with a cough.
I think Handy is openly snickering at Kestrel's reaction.
Yeah.
So,
Ajax and Eggs and Handy both tell that.
I think Ajax is gonna like squint at the other two, not Eggs, because Eggs didn't do anything wrong, and he's just gonna be like, turn to Kestrel and is like, I'm sorry, they're being a bit immature right now.
I didn't do nothing. I just
Squints at you.
had a cough.
Get a glare
He
this
squinted.
time.
Yeah.
Kestrel just kind of nods at Ajax and thanks. And then he just closes back up his phone. Because that is Crue.
That's a nice name. So how did you two meet?
Kestrel sweating because they met in crime.
Met in crime.
My previous job.
Huh, okay.
We were he's about to say co-workers, but then he's like, no, we were rivals, but we were he just sells on we were co-workers.
Good a place as any to meet someone. I would know.
I mean, Archie is nodding, like, sagely, like, yeah, I meet people at work all the time.
Kestrel looks up at Archie like, you live here. You live at your workplace. You live here. Of course you meet most people here.
Archie does not pick up on that.
I think Kestrel I think Kestrel does just say, like, you live here.
Yeah. What do you have to notice? I think then Archie actually he reaches into his hammer space again. And he pulls out
Uh-huh.
he pulls out like a little like wallet, but it like he opens it and it's just full of like photographs from like the various various like photo booths of him with like different ladies and such. There's also maybe like a few guys and non-binary. Just like a whole bunch of like guests and him like
Kestrel does look at those and he's like,
I think
that's
Ajax is a
a
bit
lot of different
wide-eyed.
people.
yep.
Kestrel isn't wide-eyed, but as his eyes scroll down the list of pictures, he just looks more and more baffled.
Andy whistles and is like, maybe you are qualified to give romance advice after all.
Yep, I'm kind of an expert.
I mean, good for you, dude.
X like, how do you have time for all these people? Like,
I think Archie looks at that question and says, well, I kind of just make the time.
That is important.
Why are there so many? I think Kestrel does just whisper, why are there so many?
It's like, there's at least 15. Archie, like, kind of, like, takes it, like, well, I mean, not so many, like, why are there so many, like, people I've dated, or, like, what's the point of your
People.
question there?
Different people.
I just love watching the chat. Archie pulls!
Archie canonically has Riz.
Goodness gracious.
Archie is not entirely sure how either, but hey,
I
it
can't
works.
resist his gator swag.
He has irresistible himbo energy. But yeah, I Kestrel's question that Archie thinks for a long second and says, well, I mean, I will admit they tend to be more just flings, so you might get like longer mileage out of someone than I typically do.
Kestrel still
That's
looks
why-
appalled.
Yeah. Well, at least one of us here has
Yep.
experience with a long-term relationship, and he would rub the bridge of his nose if he could, but he has a mask, so he's just rubbing his mask.
But technically, I will say for the record that I've broken up with everyone on good terms. I think they just
Well,
kind of,
that's good, at least.
yeah. I think it's sort of like, you know, it's a little bit difficult to maintain a relationship with a Rockstar Pizzeria animatronic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kestrel just kind of go like, I suppose it would.
Yeah. I've at least got the advantage of working here, so I show up here all the time.
I think Kestrel kind of looks at Eggs with a look of like, have you ever dated anyone?
Eggs is looking very much out of his element here. You can roll insight.
Of course.
Anyone who wants to can roll insight.
Yeah, I'm rolling insight too. I think Archie wants to know egg lore.
19. 19.
What's your lore, Eggman? 22! Archie desperately wants
Holy
to
cow,
know
nat
egg
20.
Wow.
Doll,
I'm-
was Ajax gonna insight?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I got distracted by the good roll.
I'm picturing
It's
Archie
okay.
just like
That was a very good roll.
intensely staring down at eggs as
Homophobic
Kestrel
dog, I
asks
know what
this.
you are.
Oh, eggs gets perceived all around.
Yeah. X has never been in a serious relationship. He has been on a date. He doesn't think it went well, but he has never had a long-term
Oh.
relationship or a crush, and he is so out of his element here. If he was a toon, there would be giant cartoon sweat drop on his head.
Sadly, he's not. Kestrel. Yeah, Kestrel just looks at eggs and just, kind of looks back down and. I have done a couple dates before, but he kind of clears his throat. Insight again. $11, $15.
Ultimate game of insight.
X is too
That's
busy
just how
being
RP heavy games go.
X is too occupied being put on the spot to perceive.
Understandable.
Does Handy have separate insight, or?
I haven't made Handy's sheet yet, so not for now.
Understandable. I think I'll give it to Archie and Ajax. Kestrel, regrettably, the dates that he has been on have also not been as well as he would have hoped.
I think Archie like glances between the two and like hisses in sympathy.
Yeah, Kestrel just kind of sighs again and. I do not want to mess this one up. Congratulations, this is the most open Kestrel has ever been in that one sentence.
Incredible.
Archie like reaches out and does like an arm shoulder pass, like we won't let you fail this one.
We'll do our best.
Thank you. He has invited me to his hotel room, and I have been putting it off a little bit.
I feel like Archie makes like a surprised face and then he goes, "Ooh." Well, maybe don't put it off too long because you might look disinterested.
Yeah. If you procrastinate for too long without giving a response, you might make him think you don't feel the same.
Kestrel's sweating because how does he explain that Crue also said that Crue didn't give him his address, he just said Kestrel to hunt him down, pretty much. So
Well,
Kestrel is
down
planning to use
faster.
that as the explanation. Kestrel's planning to use that as the explanation for why it's taken a bit. So he is sweating.
I think Archie
doesn't know how to
interprets the
explain
sweating
that.
as just like Kestrel having nerves. And like he gives like a reassuring shoulder rub and it's like, don't worry, I'm sure you haven't lost your chance yet. I mean, I think most people would understand it's, reasonable to be a bit shy. Really, I think that's the important thing, you gotta just explain yourself honestly. Why were you
Yeah.
late? I was held up. Why were you late? I was scared. Both equally valid.
Yeah. Communication is the most important thing in a relationship, so definitely be honest.
Kestrel, who has been learning more honesty. One, Okay, he does not give his explanation. Well, he should. I mean, it would be funny if he just said, like, the guy Crue said I should hunt him down, pretty much. That would be funny.
I think if you think it's funny, you could go and say.
They are tunes. They are tunes. It is the rule of funny. I think Kester like blinks and just says, he did not actually give me his address. Our previous job involved locating people at times, so he gave me the task of finding his hotel room. And I'm planning to use that as the explanation for why it has taken a moment.
Fair enough.
Stares at Kestrel in surprise, tries to think that through, and then it's like, so, you know where he is now,
Yes.
but you haven't gone. And technically, you have a perfect
No.
smoke screen of why, because you weren't actually. I'm a bit confused about that, but good for you.
Kestel is not going to elaborate on that.
I feel like Eggs is not going to ask questions, but now he is trying to figure this out, what Kestrel used to do before. I mean, Kestrel has said he was.
Eggs, who has seen Kestrel be far. Sorry, what was that?
Hasn't Kestrel said he was a spy and corporate saboteur? Question for the wiki later, I guess. It's also
That is a
possible
good
Eggs
question.
wasn't listening.
I feel the original plan was that he was far too open about being like professional corporate saboteur, but I think that has changed and he is not quite, because his job has changed to more just that he used to do crime, so he's not very open about that. Anyway, Eggs has also seen Kestrel be far too willing to kill 2 Ubers, so
This is true.
Eggs suspicious. Eggs has reason to be suspicious.
Eggs in his mind is like, was he a mercenary? Was he an assassin?
Kestrel's not gonna elaborate, and I don't think Eggs is gonna ask. Is
Nope.
he? Nope.
Those two are the least open books in this entire PartyPlex.
Kestrel's working on it. Kestrel's working on it. I think Kestrel will say, like, I wanted to show up with a gift, but I do not know what to get.
Well, what kind of things does he like?
Kestrel looks at Ajax, makes eye contact for a second. VB, doesn't Crue like collect knives? I'm glad VB was here because I meant to ask that. I know he likes knives, but okay.
I mean, Kestrel knows he likes
Recommend.
jewelry.
You get the man
I
more
think
cursed jewelry.
No.
I mean, I feel like that's a suggestion
No.
that will be shot down if Kestrel brings it up, but Kestrel does know that that's something that Crue would be interested in.
Yeah, I think Kestrel will say, like, he does enjoy jewelry and I believe clothes. I will say the clothes one because Crue is always wearing very nice clothes, and I think he does enjoy
Well, that's a
jewelry and
good place
clothes
as
and
any to start.
knives.
I feel like Archie had like been like holding up a finger for each thing Kestrel said, and like casually holds up like a third finger at the knives, and then like does a double take, like, wait, knives?
I
I feel
I
like
think
that.
maybe hold off on the knives. It might be taken as a threat if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it kind of depends on the guy. That's pretty hardcore.
That's true, that's true.
But to be fair, I feel like I
For
got more
aesthetic
fancy pants
purposes.
vibes from that picture than knives. Maybe knives is for the second date sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Kestrel just
But
nods.
if you want fashion and jewelry, boy, do we got you covered.
We do?
Now Archie is going to rep for the PartyPlex store. He pulls out
Crue
of
also
his
likes guns. Crue also likes guns.
fine.
Kestrel
He
feels like
pulls
guns will be
out
more suspicious than knives.
from his
Sorry.
hammer space. You're good. He pulls out from his hammer space like an Archie themed jacket
Uh,
and hands that to Kestrel.
I feel like that's a very
Archie, I give
Kestrel
you
doesn't
trying to be
take
helpful,
it.
but I don't think that's his type of fashion taste from what we saw in the picture.
You said my face ain't the highest of fashion. Like the jacket has his face winking on the back.
It's great,
Kestrel
but I
doesn't
think
take.
this guy likes a different style of high fashion. He's not as
Alright.
punk rock as you.
Right, I got something else then. He reaches back into his hammer space. And he pulls out like a glittery, like Archie themed necklace.
Mm.
It does not have his face on it, but it's kind of like his the pendant he has around his neck, plus some like extra colored beads and whatnot.
Kestrel sighs.
Well, that's like a step
He just looks at
in
Ajax.
the right direction.
Okay, if we're doing something fancy, cravats and bow ties are usually good accessories for fancy styles. Let me think. If he's the type to wear high heels, those are pretty easy to find in lots of different styles.
He does
Yeah,
wear
mostly
heels.
bringing an entire outfit would be a bit much, but like bringing an accessory or some shoes or stuff like that would be a better gift since it's not as big.
He does wear heels.
Do you know what size
That's a good
shoes
place
he
to start then.
wears?
And then I think you had to get closer to your mic. You're very quiet.
Me?
I think I
Yes.
understood you, but yeah.
Do you know what size shoes he wears? Because that
Does
feels
Kestrel
like
know what size shoes he wears?
that feels like a slightly creepy thing to know about someone and to tell them that you know with your first
I
gift
mean,
to
not
them.
not if you've known them for a while and you know them real good, because like friends talk about stuff like that sometimes, so it's not that weird if they know them good.
I'm going to roll a history. Because I'm going
Is
to
it?
roll a history.
Eggs is confused. Like, is this something normal friends just talk about? Their shoe
I mean,
sizes?
yeah,
He rolled a 6 history.
rip.
I do not know his shoe size, sadly.
Okay. We might
That's
have to
right.
cross off shoes then because getting those shoes that automatically fit whoever wears them is pretty expensive. You're just thinking.
Yeah, like Archie is not. You should probably just stick to the realm of thing that are more one size fits all. Like jewelry, and
Yeah.
he like holds up that necklace again, and then he kind of thinks for a second and says, "Or you could get him like, I don't know, food or something. I like food. The people I've dated tend to like food. Like you could get him a cake or something." And then like he stops in horror, and it's like, wait, would that be cannibalism? Maybe don't get him a cake.
I am not going to get him a cake.
Do you think pie
Yeah.
would work, or would that still count because it's a baked good?
You gotta be careful when dealing with object heads, because you never know what might be a little bit too much.
It's like Archie is now. His
Kestrel
brain has gone off somewhere. He's just thinking about if he was the object head of like a cake, would he still be willing to eat cake? He's
think
eaten cake
Kestrel
with
is
his
just like-
face on him before.
I think that's a little different, Archie. I think Kestrel is thinking, and he is trying to think about like foods Crue might like, anything he knows Crue would like.
Does he eat? Are you sure that he eats? Because, like, if he's already made of food, like.
I know he eats.
You could. One thing that's good on dates is also like little trinkets. Like, one time I brought a plushie for date jam, and he really liked that.
Aww.
Archie like slowly
Frozen
pulls a
6's
plushie of
Cardinal
himself
plush.
out of his hammer space.
I
Ajax
am not
slowly
giving him
pushes his
plushie.
hand back down.
He sadly puts the
I
plushie
am
back
not
in his
giving him-
hammer space.
Like, I'm no expert here, but
I'm
I
not giving
feel.
him any plushies.
I feel
into
like
this
Alright.
place.
giving your date an item
Is it-
that's got. Am I just fucking inaudible?
No, I was trying to say like Zen, what are you saying? Cause yeah, there was talking over you.
Eggs
Zen,
is
what were you
going.
trying to say?
I mean, I'm no expert here, but I'm pretty sure bringing your date something that's got an entirely third party's face on it is a little awkward.
Yeah, that's why it's not an option here, Archie. Quit showing off your merch, please.
Archie just looks a little forlorn, but he nods. So it's probably more effective on the people that I'm dating.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to remember if Eggs already knew that Ajax was dating DJM, or if this is news.
I think this might be news. I don't think anyone told Eggs about it.
So now Eggs
Ajax
is looking at
so used to
Ajax,
being
just.
common knowledge.
Zen,
Eggs
what was
is
that?
Eggs is looking at Ajax, just doing mental math, like the woman with floating math meme, just like giant animatronic spider, Ajax. How what?
Power of love.
The power of love.
Speaking of which, I was just reminded, because Eggs is also one of the people who met Red, and we didn't get to bring it up last Kestrel and Eggs FPS. Yeah, Eggs can see on the topic of jewelry that Kestrel is wearing that ring. So yeah.
Oh, I feel like Candy would be the one to point it out, just like, oh, you've got Butter Guy's ring?
What?
I think Archie looks at this. Wait, Butter Guy? And sees the ring as well. Like, hey, yeah, that was Butter Guy's ring.
Who's Butter Guy?
I don't know, some
No
weirdo who
one.
broke in to stick his hand in butter.
Why do you have his ring?
Kestrel is blushing now.
Is that why he was trying to get it off? Did he steal it from you? Or did you steal it from him? Or was this a loan situation?
It was definitely it was stolen from me. Yes. Everyone roll insight.
Okay.
16.
All
16.
16.
Oh, so
16.
you guys can all tell Kestrel is lying through his teeth, but you cannot tell what the truth is.
I think Ajax's like mask is making a buffering symbol.
Archie's brain is making dial-up that's slightly audible.
In Eggs's like interpretation of Kestrel's backstory, it's like, did he steal the ring to like pay off a debt, and that's why Butter Guy was so frantic to get it off? Was it like, is Kestrel a mafia enforcer stealing people's jewelry to repay their debts?
Kestrel's just like, we're not going to talk about that.
I don't want to talk more about it. I have some questions.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to talk about that.
I
Have you
mean, if
I
considered
think
giving
Crue
the
would like
ring
jewelry, I think.
to your crew guy?
We're not going to talk about the ring anymore.
Handy, like, I mean, if we don't talk about, we're still going to be thinking about it.
I cannot stop you from thinking about it, but we are not going to talk about it.
Can we do the tune gag of like Ajax and Archie are thinking about it so hard that like a thought bubble formed to both of them with just like the ring spinning in it?
Yeah.
It's like
Ponder the ring.
Ponder the ring.
Kestrel, again, continuing with the tune gag, Kestrel swats it away. No visible thinking either. I think Crue would like jewelry. We're staying on the topic of jewelry for Crue, not the ring.
Okay. What specific type of jewelry do you think you would like best?
Well, he does like rings.
Archie just
He
like
just kind of puts
suddenly
his head.
points to the ring on Kestrel's finger. It's like, you could give him that.
I think it slips out because like Kestrel. Yeah, I think it slips out. Kestrel just saying he already has a matching one.
Archie makes like a pog face.
Archie also.
What was that though?
Archie also makes the huh face, like eager huh.
Kestrel just looks down at the floor.
Handy is laughing its ass off. Its non-existent ass off. He's like, why are you so nervous about going to see this guy? It sounds like you're already doing pretty well.
You have matching rings?
It was a product of happenstance.
So which one of you has Butter Guy's ring? Or is it
No,
like-
Butter
is it
Guy
like-
had
it's
two.
like- It's like a polycule that's broken up, and he had one, and he was trying to get it off because he's no longer part of it.
Consider. There are multiple copies of many different types of ring. It could have been just coincidence.
Weird
There are multiple
coincidence.
copies of many different kind of ring. Zen was saying like that Butter Guy had two, so
Yeah, Handy was pointing out Butter Guy had 2 rings.
neither of our rings are Butter. He's not Butter Guy. That's not his. Kestrel just puts his
So
head in
you
his hands
do know
again.
Butter Guy.
Kestrel just has his head in his hands. He doesn't answer that.
Archie, I can't like take sympathy on poor Kestrel and pats him and like, it's okay. We'll quit it with the Butter Guy.
Thank you.
But anyway, I think
Yeah,
maybe
well,
your crew guy might like gold or something. Kind of had gold going on.
he does like gold.
Get him something
He
gold.
does have very fancy tastes. Elegant.
Maybe something gold with like etchings on it. Something intricate and pretty.
This feels like a lot for like a. Is it a first date or?
Yes.
Yeah,
Technically, yes.
I feel like getting someone gold jewelry for a first date. That's kind of a lot, isn't it?
Well, it depends on the person. You know, some people have really fancy tastes, and some people do their first dates in like really fancy restaurants and spend a bajillion dollars on it. And some people have more modest tastes, and they just like little things like flowers and stuff. It depends on the person.
Wait, that's an idea. What if you just got him flowers to start things off? Roses. Does he like red? I'm kind of gonna assume he likes red.
He does like red.
And yeah, get him some red roses. Those are romantic, classic, and you can hand them over, and they'll last a while. But then you can easily top them come the next date.
I
Yeah, that's true.
had considered roses, but are they too classic?
I think if they're coming from you, he'll like them.
Kestrel blushes.
I think Archie is sort of like, oh, hey, I just realized when you blush, you remind me of Butter Guy. Wait, sorry, I said I wouldn't talk about him.
No. Do not. His name isn't Butter.
So you
That's
do
not his
know
name.
him.
I didn't say. Why would anyone be named Butter Guy?
I never said that was his name, but that was the most distinguishing feature about him. Hand in a tub full of butter.
Ajax is internally like, what did I miss?
You missed a guy with his hands in a tub full of butter. Obviously.
If I recall, Archie had been told like the real name of Red, but I think Archie has frankly forgotten that,
Or he's committing to the bit.
or he's committing to the bit. It could be either one.
It's very
Hold
common
on,
with
I gotta
intunes
roll
to
a
commit
D2.
to a bit very hard.
He rolled a 1. He rolled a 1 on the D2. I think, yeah, he's like, why would anyone be named Butter Guy? And then I think he does kind of look at Archie. He is off his game, so I'm allowed to do this for the rule of funny. He told you his name. And Archie, and then just kind of realizes what he just said.
Archie like does that slow like blink, like one eye goes and then the other blinks. And then he stares at Kestrel and says, did he? I mostly remember the butter. Wait, how do you know that?
Maybe he was there that day?
No, I don't think he was. Or maybe he was. I don't think I saw him though while Red, that was his name, wasn't it?
Kestrel sweating.
Anyway, Butter Guy. Red Butter Guy. Mr. Red or something like that. I can't quite recall, but yeah, I feel like when Red was there wasn't no Kestrel. So how does Kestrel know what I know? Unless, and he like points an accusing finger, Kestrel knows Red.
There's also into consideration the fact that you know that gossip lady, right? You've been around her a lot. You could just know through that.
Gossip lady. Nova?
Yeah, gossip lady.
He's a little offended on her behalf that he called her gossip lady.
X
She's
is
like,
also
raises a brow and says,
blinking like,
"Oh."
I wouldn't think gossip.
What was that, Sen?
Eggs is just like blink, blink, and then like, I wouldn't think gossip would be her most defining trait.
Rainbow Lady, then. I'm just saying Gossip Lady because that's how we would know, because she gossips. I normally call her Rainbow Lady. I'm just saying this so that you know why I'm connecting her to this.
I'm a little bit confused on who we're talking about. Are we talking about, like... He's thinking really hard. Like, the lady who has a different outfit from each location?
Yeah, Rainbow Lady.
Yes.
Uh-uh. But I'm pretty sure she wasn't there either. Unless someone else there that not told her.
I mean,
Now we're kind of getting off topic, frankly.
there are cameras all over the
Agreed.
PartyPlex, which all security guards have access to, so it's not like he would need to physically be there.
Archie
That's
looks
true.
up at the nearest camera. Can we just real quick cut to like Harlequinette, popcorn bucket in hand, in the security room watching this go on, and then we cut back.
Kestrel wants to be just like, yes, I saw it on the security cameras, but also he feels like he's dug himself in a deep enough hole. He feels like he's dug himself in a deep enough hole on this topic. So I think he's just... His name is Red, not Butter Guy. We do not need to discuss it further.
Yeah, right. Back on topic. We were talking about romance stuff.
Roses.
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 Roses are a classic.
They're perfect.
How many roses? How many roses is a normal amount of roses?
A dozen?
You
Archie
can
can't
just
say.
ask for a bouquet.
I feel like I've heard
Just
it.
ask for a bouquet at the florist. They'll give you a normal amount of roses.
Zen.
I feel like I've heard it being a dozen.
I think
A
that's just the
dozen.
thing with the baker's dozen. That's a common saying. Baker's dozen.
No, baker's dozen is for like baked goods. I don't think flowers follow the same rule.
It's confusing.
Heard of a dozen roses. I have heard of a dozen roses.
Maybe Archie has a confused look on his face now and says, wait, how much is a dozen?
12.
It's 12.
12.
He slowly nods.
Himbo.
Himbo.
Hello.
A dozen roses, then. That's reasonable, yes.
Yes.
Mm. He is imagining like bouquet with the gold bow, and that thought makes him blush, I think.
Oh.
You should probably bring like
June thought.
a vase. If he's in a hotel room, he might not have anywhere to put the flowers.
I think Kestrel does perk up because the thought of a gold vase too. That is a reason that... Yes. That's That's something that is not closed, that you don't need to know someone's size of it. And I do know he likes gold. A vase would be good.
I'm sorry, but for the continued bit, I just want to say that Archie like is reaching into his hammer space and like slowly is pulling out an Archie themed face, and then has second thoughts and puts it back.
Why do they make that?
Why?
I'm imagining it's like ceramic
Why
and
is-
it looks like Archie's head and the flowers go where his hair would go.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible, like a
Archie's
chia
chia
pet. Kestrel looks at it, horrified. Why is everything in this place themed?
It kind of theming is the whole thing around here.
But why a vase?
Well, who's
The
gonna go
handcuffs
here and
are
buy a
themed.
regular old vase? That would just be dumb.
Why do they sell
The
vases
trash
at
gloves
all?
are themed.
The theming can be a bit excessive, yeah.
Frankly, I make a habit of just going to the merch department asking for more stuff themed after me.
Why?
Because I like things with my face on them.
I could not have guessed.
Anyway, here, you don't have to use this one, but to remember this moment. Hands Kestrel the vase.
I'm not taking that. I'm
Take
not
it.
taking it.
Take it.
No. No.
Like, Archie's just like trying to shove it at Kestrel's face now.
I think Ajax
I
is
am
gonna
not
grab
taking it.
Archie's hands and push him down.
Archie's snickering. It's like a little bit- it's annoying on purpose now.
Kestrel sighs again. Get a not themed. I will get a non-themed vase. From a place that is
Alright.
not this.
Good decision.
You could put a PartyPlex Valentine's card on it.
No.
No.
I don't think it's anywhere near Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but I have some in stock.
Let me guess.
Why?
You can unlock the songs on the someone else.
Handy, like, let me guess, they're Archie themed Valentines.
Yep. And Archie looks very pleased about that fact.
I am not giving him any merchandise from this place.
Which is a good decision.
Thank you.
Archie is kind of like subtly like shaking his head in disagreement.
Ajax
I
like
said I did not want to ruin.
yeah. Ajax rubs his
What was that,
mask
doll?
again and is like I was saying Ajax rubs his mask again and is like just the most important thing about relationships is communication. Be open, be honest. It helps avoid like 99% of fights.
Kestrel just nods. Because he knows that's true, and he knows he's got to work on that.
Eggs in the background is just like blinking, like, no, this is news to him. This explains a lot.
Eggs also getting
Eggs,
relationships.
sweetie. Eggs, sweetie. Is this why your last date didn't go well, Eggs? I'm still eyes emoji at that, but...
I mean, you could roll insight if you want, I guess.
Of course. $13. Sad.
Yeah. Was anyone else rolling or just Kestrel?
I think just Kestrel. I think Archie's Gator. He's just in Vase Town right now.
Was valid. Yeah, with a 13.
I'll roll 2.
Alright.
Received.
Oh my gosh, nat 20. Yeah, with a 13, Kestrel, X is like listening like this is new information. And Ajax, you can tell he's like putting puzzle pieces together in his head, like, oh, this explains a lot. Oh, if that's true, oh gosh. Oh no, now I can see where everything fell apart.
Ajax is gonna give him a slightly pitying look before looking back at Kestrel.
Kestrel, who is also still considering the plushie option as a cardinal plushie.
Aww.
Oh.
Wait a second, I have a picture appropriate of this. I have a picture. Where is it? Where is it? This is relevant, I promise.
Lummy.
Saw this in the store the other day, and this is what he is contemplating.
It's this little borb.
Borb.
Quite a big
Cardinal
borb,
plush.
actually.
Big borb.
That is quite a big borb. Wait, I should put the big borb in the video.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite a big borb. But
Squishmallow
yeah,
time.
that is what Kestrel is considering. Roses, vase, and cardinal plush.
Oh, I'm imagining his little thought bubble over his head, like picturing all of this out. Like, dozen roses, golden vase, and then this big, round, stuffed plush.
Which is adorable.
That's adorable.
The thought bubble visible.
If the thought bubble is visible, Ajax is definitely going to think it's so cute.
Yeah, I think like Archie will see it too and like kind of try and like poke at it because it looks squishy.
And you like,
Kestrel
Yeah.
startles.
are you sure your crush is on Crue and not Butter Guy?
Oh,
What?
wow. Hold on, there's a second, there's a caterpillar on my computer.
Oh,
Oh no!
unexpected.
Dilemma!
A caterpillar? How did it
Give me-
get there? I have so many questions. The most unexpected cameo of all. A real life caterpillar.
Okay, I'm back now. That was a surprise.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the caterpillar outside. Anyway,
Yay.
my brain completely deleted things as soon as I saw the caterpillar. So
Archie
where were
was
we?
poking at the cardinal thought bubble.
And Handy made a joke that, are you sure the one the one you're crushing on isn't Butter Guy?
Yeah.
Alright, Kestrel startles as his thought bubble is poked, and then Handy gets an absolutely appalled look.
Handy is unfazed. It's just like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of cake plushies or plushies that look more like you. If Why would you jump to a plushie that looks like a random third guy?
I mean, consider the fact that he said Crue likes red, and Kestrel's a bird, so he obviously likes birds. What's a red bird? A cardinal.
Kestrel rolled. Kestrel, you finally roll good. And
What
it's
is
your
that?
deception roll. That's a deception.
Can we roll insight against it?
That's a 23. Yes. Someone please roll higher than a 23.
Oh, it won't be me.
No,
Won't be me.
No! No!
In theory, I could have beaten it, but only with a nat 20.
I'm rolling a deception
Really
again
funny.
because I could do what I want.
You
Real
could
funny,
feel it
yeah.
funny and just
Failed
say
as well.
that.
No!
Yeah, Kestrel does not want it known.
Mm-hmm.
You are the
You
god
might
of
just
this
have to roll
world.
a
You
sorry,
can just tell
Kestrel.
him that to suck it. Reveal his
I think
secrets.
I'm
you're gonna
sorry.
have to roll
Yeah,
a
I'm
funny
sorry,
one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kestrel. You're a tune. We can do rule of funny. I cannot reasonably give it to Ajax since Ajax didn't meet Red, but like Archie and Eggs can put together red cake, bird that is not red, fancy two fellas dressed in suits, and 2 rings.
I want to say that Archie's brain has that like bird plus cake plus fancy suits plus rings, and it almost loads the correct answer, and it just switches to that gif of like milk falling over. You can't quite make the
Eggs,
connection.
please.
I mean,
Eggs, please use the brain cell.
I don't know if Eggs will make the connection because he's not a tune, but maybe maybe Andy will.
Eggs isn't
Oh.
connected to the rule of funny, but
And Handy just yelling
Andy
out,
is.
"Wait, you're Butter Guy?"
Huh?
his name is Red.
Like Archie gasps and like finally his brain makes the connection. It's like, what? Yeah, red plus bird plus fancy suit plus ring. You're butter guy.
He just puts his head in his hands. His name is Red. His name
Ajax
is
looks
Red.
so confused.
And he dunked his hands in a cup full of butter, so he's Butter Guy.
No.
What is
No.
going on?
Like Archie turns to Ajax with a sense of urgency and like grabs Ajax by the shoulder and starts shaking him and says, Kestrel plus the cake guy fused in something and they were butter guy.
Fusion is possible?
I know, right? And Archie is just as surprised as Ajax.
Is that like not a thing? Is that a thing? What?
I mean, there's been stories about it. I didn't know it was a real thing and not just fiction.
Oh, meanwhile, it's happened like 3 times at the PartyPlex alone already.
They've been kept pretty secret at
3
least.
times.
Mm-hmm. 4 times now.
Thrice to Kestrel.
Lexi trick one.
Yeah.
Fusion
Kestrel's
usually needs
just-
catalyst. Were the rings catalyst?
The rings were cursed.
Ah, so that's why you were trying to take them off with the butter.
Yes.
I mean, that seems pretty light as far as curses go.
It could have been worse.
Was the butter what worked?
No, the butter did not work. It was just gross.
Oh, it was probably one of those you have to learn a life lesson before the curse stops. Those happen all the time.
Kestrel just looks at Ajax because the quote-unquote life lesson was that they kissed.
That technically counts as a life lesson.
The lesson is that Kestrel is gay.
Yeah.
Nova just like someone one of the like your gay banners again, like it slowly drops from the ceiling.
Life lesson,
That
you're
is
gay.
I'm imagining that poking down from the wall and Kestrel just like glaring at it, just like Nova, no, put it away. And it's out of the view of the others. The banner out of the way of the others and Kestrel just glaring at it. Put it away.
It
Just-
flutters a bit
just like
before being
shoo.
put away. I think once it goes away, Ajax turns to look at where it was and is like, "You alright? You're glaring at the wall."
Kestrel's just sighing again. This is the FPS of the game of insights and sighs.
Oh, I'm sorry, could I roll perception from Harlequinette, who was watching the cameras to see if they saw the sign?
Please,
Oh my gosh, yes.
that'd be so funny. It'd be so funny.
The +9 as well, so please excuse me.
+9 perception.
Whoa!
Holy cow!
You caught the entire interaction between this weird thing, this weird sign showing up, and Kestra glaring at it like a misbehaving dog.
Q just makes the what the fuck chica face.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it at all.
Anyway, Kestrel just sighing again, and that is why the cardinal. That is why I thought of the cardinal plush.
Okay, but that's really, really cute. You know that, right?
Yeah, I
He
think
blushes. It. What was that, Sen?
Egg started saying, "Yeah, I think in that case that would probably be a pretty good gift, right? Then it's like a sign of your relationship."
Yeah.
It is cute. Alright. The plush it is then.
Why
Oh,
are the screams of Dan's truck in the background?
yeah, I was waiting for this street race outside MJ's window to finish before saying anything.
I'm so sorry about the road noise. Just pretend whenever that happens, like then unfortunately near the go-kart track, and then just hearing sounds from that.
Homophobic go-karts. Anyway.
I'm stuck in the racetrack dimension. Help me.
No, MJ. Get out there, you're gonna get run over.
Anyway, continue.
Kestra's going to spawn and run you over with a car.
He's never gonna live that down.
No, he's not. I'm never gonna let him.
We're also never gonna let him live down Butter Guy.
Yeah.
That's not his name. So yeah, Kestrel has decided on the cardinal plush, and he says as much.
Cute.
Like Archie gives like a thumbs up. He's still like holding like his little vase head, and he like shakes it. Like he makes the vase nod in approval.
Please put the vase away.
He finally slides it back behind his back.
Yeah, and Ajax is just like still super like awe about the plushie, and he's like, "Yeah, I think it's gonna go great." When I gave DJ a plushie, he was really happy about it. It's so cute.
Aw. Yeah, Kestrel is fluffy, because, yeah, it is cute. I don't know what else to say.
I think Ajax is gonna like suddenly point at him Phoenix Wright style and say, "Now that you have a gift planned, you can't keep procrastinating. You have to go see him. We'll know if you don't, because then you'll be super distracted still."
The horrors of accountability cross his face. Alright. I will tonight. This evening.
Good.
Archie once again nods and says, "Well, my work here is done," and starts walking off.
Yes.
Kestrel just sighs
Yeah.
again. The Ajax, the Archie merch is gone.
Yeah. The Ajax merch. What?
Ajax merch coming soon to a PartyPlex near you.
Yeah.
I mean, Ajax gets Employee of
yeah.
the Month enough. He's a recognized feature of the PartyPlex now.
Honorary mascot.
Honorary mascot. I think Ajax does like look at Kestrel and give him a really genuine, excited for him grin. Is like, it's gonna go awesome. I just know it.
Thank you.
Golden Retriever encouragement acquired.
The Golden Retriever encouragement does help, though Kestrel is still clearly nervous, but this has he has a plan. This has helped.
Yes.
I feel like Eggs is trying to slink off as Ajax gets very sincere about this. I don't
Aw.
think that works. He's just
They
like
see you, but
trying to take steps backwards and he steps on a box and trips.
Ajax comes over to help you up. Is like, "Are you alright?"
I'm fine. I'm fine. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah. He like helps Eggs up, dusts him off.
Yeah, I forgot to speak, but yeah, Kestrel also coming over to help Eggs up.
Wonderful.
God, Eggs is so embarrassed. This was supposed to be about Kestrel. Oh.
Well,
You know,
Eggs
Kestrel
also
got
gets a
built.
nod of thanks. Nod of thanks from Kestrel.
I don't know that I was all that helpful, but good luck.
Thank you. Considering Kestrel also saying something to the effect of, "Well, you helped tone down Archie a little bit at least."
Yeah.
Real toned down Archie. Cons head handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how Kestrel viewing it. Handy still gets glared at. Eggs gets a nod of thanks, Handy gets glared at.
Oh. When Kestrel goes to glare at Handy, it's doing the smug cat face emoticon on its screen.
Amazing.
Looks at it. Eggs. Eggs, you need to teach that some manners.
I'm gonna say Archie pokes his head back around the corner. It's like, I have some etiquette books.
I am not reading those. Also, why do you have etiquette? Have
should.
you read them?
I use them as paperweights. So you just sat behind the corner. So
That
you get the finger
explains
gun
a
as he
lot.
goes.
Yeah.
They also have Archie's face on them.
They
PartyPlex
also
themed
have
etiquette
Archie's
books.
Oh, instead of etiquette, it's Archie Kit.
Archie kid. It's about how to put your guitar up.
It's about the rules of proper mini golf
Wowie.
sportsmanship.
Wowie.
Wowie zowie.
Oh,
Wowie zowie.
well, Vivi's just AFK for a sec, which, well, I was just about to ask for an epilogue with Vivi.
Hey, we can have an epilogue before VB if you would allow a gag.
What
Well,
kind of
absolutely. I
gag?
will always allow a gag.
So I have a question. Does Kestrel have like an employee locker anywhere?
I think he
Do
would.
they get employee lockers?
Yeah, they get employee lockers.
Okay, great. I
Kestrel
would
has
love
an
it if
employee locker.
Archie
The
makes
only
back
thing
up
in it.
before. Oh, what's that?
Sorry, I also wanted to say the gag. The only thing in Kestrel's locker is backup bow ties and an extra pair of handcuffs.
I was gonna say I think Archie would meet back up with Harlequinette, and Harlequinette would pick the lock and put in the Archie face. So the next time Kestrel opens it, it can be like the balloon boy jump scare in the FNAF movies.
Kestrel
Oh,
will
yeah,
take
yeah.
it and he will. Hold on, I need to roll. I think Kestrel just puts it in the trash.
It's
Just
just
takes
gonna
it
show up now
immediately.
wherever. Just a different one each time.
I'm picturing it sitting
funny
on
is
top
me-
of a heap of trash, still staring out at Kestrel from the trash can.
Guys, they even when he opens the locker, like right above the vase, there's the "You're Gay" banner.
Oh, the go karts are the
No. Kestrel still just takes the vase and puts it in the trash, but
But he keeps the "You're Gay" banner.
he keeps the "You're Gay" banner. He's pretty sure Nova will tuck that back away anyways. Also, he knows she's right. He knows now that she's right.
Actually, you know what? I want to say Harlequinette, when they were putting in the vase for Archie, left a little sticky note that was just like, what the hell was the banner about? Question mark, question mark, question mark. They don't sign it as their name or anything. It's just like, what the hell, man?
Kestrel
Now
puts
we
both
have
the
a
vase
First,
and
but they
that.
didn't write-
Kestrel puts both the vase and that sticky note in the trash because he's not going to answer that, whoever it was from.
Now we have a perfect lead up for like a Nova Quinn FPS of Quinn trying to figure out what was the banner about.
Ooh.
Oh man,
Fun.
once if Quinn finds out about Nova, then Cece will have someone that she can talk to about Nova.
Yeah.
Yay!
Because she's not talking to Kestrel about Nova.
Nope. I was also gonna say, like, I had the image in my head going into this of, like, Harlequinette who'd already suspected that Kestrel was quote-unquote gay or something.
I'm
was
gonna be honest, I
correct.
think Harlequinette would have bloated if they hadn't seen the sign descend from nowhere. And now that's more preoccupying them than their hat. I'm right, since
Understandable, the sign was perplexing. Also, welcome
they're
back
just gonna
to
lie
the
awake at
Blood
night
Epilogue.
thinking, was it an illusion? Who casted the illusion? If it was an illusion, if it was real, then what the fuck?
When plagued by the horrors without Nova even meaning for it to happen.
Gay pride haunting? Question mark?
Haunted by the
Uh,
spirits of his gayness?
Diversity when the ghosts haunting your establishment are pride accepting.
Should we mute
Fished
for
out
the
of the
epilogue?
audience.
Ivy. Time for a gay epilogue. Hello,
Yahoo.
Phoebe.
Hello. Okay. Hi. Hello, audience, to all those that are listening. I am the surprise guest here, VB, and I'm going to be talking, and I'm going to be here to play the man that this entire FPS was talking about.
Yeah. The subject of the day.
Today's
Yes.
subject.
Today's topic is homosexuality and cake.
Cake is
Kestrel
just gay bread.
finally shows Crue finally gets that knock on his hotel door as Kestrel finally shows up.
Quick question. How long did it take Kestrel to find the hotel? Do you want to roll survival or
Survival.
I think earlier you said it was like a few
And then
days.
survival.
Yeah.
I said
You
it was
said it
like
was
a few days.
okay, a few
Okay, I
days.
did say it was a few days. Less than a week.
Okay. So it takes a few days. I'm going to put it at about like 3 days. And I think Crue was becoming a little bit doubtful on the fact that Kestrel would be able to find him, but you know, without much of a direction or even a clue on where he was staying, and how big the city is, he decided to just say, yeah, it's gonna take him a while to find me. And upon hearing the knock at the door, he's a little cautious at first, but coming up to the little peephole that's through the doors, he smiles and he clicks and he unlocks the door and opens it wide. With a little Kestrel, honey. It took you a while. I was becoming
Fine.
worried.
And Kestrel is holding a bouquet of a dozen roses, and he has on one of his nicer bow ties. I don't know how to describe it because it's still a very neutral colored bow tie, but one of his nicer bow ties. And yeah, silk or something. I think Kestrel he's being better about being honest. I think he will say something along the lines of, I'm sorry, I had trouble picking out. I wanted to bring you something and couldn't quite figure out what.
Oh, these are all lovely. And he's going to extend his hand to pick up the bouquet of roses and a few of the gifts as he takes a sniff of the roses. Lovely. I
The
love
cute
roses.
cardinal plushie.
Aw, and the cute cardinal plushie. He looks it over a little bit. He's deciding to take this out with the good interpretation for the Cardinal plushie.
What's the bad interpretation?
I mean, this is the guy in which Crue had, in which they thoroughly embarrassed themselves within the Superstar PartyPlex. He's taking this as like, aw, it's adorable to represent us both instead of the oh god that night. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a representation of cuteness.
The representation of cuteness of them together, not that fucking night where they put butter on their hands. This is what this is. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
Kestrel, of course, blushy and fluffy.
Blushy and fluffy. He takes the cardinal over to the bed and just puts it down. And he puts the roses down too. I'd imagine Crue got one of the fancier hotels, and it's very sleek within its design. There's probably like some glowing things, a Bluetooth mirror, Bluetooth everything. Everything's Bluetooth. And kind of glowy a little bit, but
Crue knows how Bluetooth works?
no, absolutely not.
Had to have
He
room
has not-
service set it up for him.
Nothing is connected to he has nothing connected to Bluetooth. I think Kester can see
I
the
do have
fact
to
that
ask,
Crue... Go ahead.
I have to ask, does Crue have one of the fancy robes that widows are always wearing in movies? You know the kind.
That would depend on how late Kestrel came. Because if this is closer to like I'd imagine this is an evening, but depending on how late into the night, Crue might be wearing one of those widow robes.
Yeah, I want it to be late enough that Crue has one of those on.
Yeah. Crue is wearing one of those.
Kestrel blushing.
Come inside, come inside.
Of course,
free to
I'm
take a seat.
imagining Crue taking his hand to gently pull him in.
Oddsy. Yeah, he will. I was gonna say I'll do you one better, and he just kind of pulls him in a little bit by the bow tie.
Yes. Yes.
Just kind of hooks a finger underneath the bow tie and just kind of pulls him in gently.
I like that being the cutoff of the epilogue, and then just the view of the door closing, and then
I actually had a little bit more to say for the epilogue. Very unfortunately.
Oh, you can continue. I just
No, that's fair. I did have a little bit more, but he'll bring Kestrel over to the bed, and I imagine despite everything literally here being Bluetooth, Crue did bring along his own record player, and he kind of sets
Nice.
down a little soft jazzy tune, and it begins to fill the air as Crue takes a seat next to Kestrel and wraps a hand around him. So, Kestrel, I take it that you do love me properly. That you want to continue this relationship, right?
Now what is the way that this man would say yes?
How does Kestrel say yes?
I think just like he looks at the roses and looks back at Crue and just kind of takes Crue's hand. And I think Crue can tell he doesn't quite know how to say yes, but yeah. He just nods.
Of course. But I do have to tell you something first and foremost before we do really make this a proper relationship. And he's going to slip his hand out of Kestrel's.
Uh-huh.
I may have jumped the gun a little bit when kissing you. And I completely forgot to leave out, and I completely left out a few details about me.
Kestrel is blinking.
Right. To begin with, there's no graceful way to say this, but I do have another boyfriend. Now, this isn't a case of me cheating. No, no. We're both polyamorous, and we both are interested in having another boyfriend. But I did want to tell you first and foremost before you thought this was just a you and me thing.
I think Kestrel gets slightly more blushy and then just in his mind is just going, two boyfriends? Two boyfriends?
Crue reaches into his robe and pulls out a photograph of a mirror sitting in front of a desk with paperwork all around him, looking a little bit tired, but looking up at the
Mirror
camera.
man.
It is the mirror guy, the mirror man. And and shows it to Kestrel. This is Dylan. Very sweet, very nice fella.
For the I the rule of funny is Kestrel going like, no, both options are funny. Both options are funny, actually. Ah,
Flip a
crumbs, what does
coin.
he say?
Flip a coin.
Okay. Okay.
Coin time. Coin time is a staple of any Kestrel interaction because boy keeps being indecisive.
That's yeah. Kestrel like looks at the photo of Dylan, looks back up at Crue, and is just kind of like, two boyfriends.
Yes, two boyfriends.
His face is red as a tomato. Two
Chris,
of
a little
them.
bit. I hope that's not a deal breaker for you.
No, he is adorable. He is very cute.
Oh, I know. He's so adorable and he's so cute. Oh, he's just the loveliest man.
I'm just imagining Crue and Kestrel leaning into each other, both awing over the picture of Dylan.
Absolutely. And, and then I have a second fact to share.
Uh-huh. That's me.
He reaches he reaches into his robe once again and pulls out a different image. I also have kids underneath my watch. And he kind of puts into Kestrel's hand yet another photo. And it's kind of a collective. It looks as if it's a selfie with Crue holding a little kid with silver hair, and a red bandana. No, it's a blue bandana. And a kid whose face is split in half. One side red, the other one black,
Oh.
and very geometric. A giant cat with a singular eyeball and incredibly fluffy. A frog kid, and I believe that's all of the kids he has currently underneath his care.
Well, first
These
of
are
all, Dilf Crue.
Of course.
I think Kestrel likes that. Kestrel Muse has given me that impression.
I say all the kids currently because the kids do kind of come and leave. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. A good majority of. I do hope that you are okay with the children. They're not my children. I don't know where their parents are, and I'm trying to find a good place for them to stay. But they are my current priority, and I'm trying to look after them. I hope that maybe you'd be fine with kids.
I think Kestrel is looking at the photo and looking them over. It's just like,
They're very
I think
nice
saying
kids.
something along the lines of, yeah, he's clearly contemplating, and then I think he starts going like, what sort of foods do they like? Do they have any allergies? What are their interests? Do they all know how to fight? Do they all know how to defend themselves?
One question at a time, please. And Crue's going to be going down the list of all of their favorite foods. No, they don't have any allergies. All of them are pretty well versed in fighting. All of them are pretty competent. That one has a gun, that one has a few of her own weapons, and he just keeps talking, going on and on about the kids and Dylan, trying to get Kestrel
Yes,
familiar with them. And I think that's
Kestrel's
where
listening very intently.
But yeah, I think that's where I want the epilogue to end, with it zooming out with Crue very much happy and content on the fact that Kestrel is okay with everything that Crue has, and just him rambling on and on.
Kestrel is taking mental notes because, yeah, brain immediately went, oh my gosh, children. Must care for the children.
Yes. But okay. Yay. Yippee. Bird dad.
Accidental dad.
Accidentally adopted into dad. But yay. Yippee.
Yippee.
Woo. Finally, Kestrel was
Alrighty.
able to act on his emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Thank you, baby.
Of course. Of course. Back to the void I go.
Bye-bye.
Well, we're ending, so goodbyes. Everyone say goodbyes.
You're right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.